It's the Break a Leg Smoke Shop. As y'all know, I'm Chris. I'm here with T. And this is an exclusive right here. This is an exclusive thing right here we're doing right now. We're doing the first ever Break a Leg Smoke Shop interview. First ever and maybe the last. I don't really care to do interviews because I don't really care about what niggas got to say or where niggas come from or what niggas is about. That shit don't really do nothing for me. But this is my brother T. This T Mark, co-founder of Break a Leg Smoke Shop, co-founder of MAERK Entertainment. Motherfucking T, I met T, goddamn, how long ago was that? Was it? Shit, man.
Shit going on about 6 years now?
6 years.
6, 7 years now, yeah.
6, 7 years for like 10 or 20 decades. We did a lot of work as far as building MAERK Entertainment. We did a lot of work as far as building Break a Leg Smoke Shop. We'll continue to do a lot of work. But I wanted to get T's story. I wanted the people on the channel to know who MAERK Entertainment is. They see me all the time. I be rapping on my shit. You got a pretty good idea of who I am and what I'm about. But I need y'all to get an understanding of who T MAERK Entertainment is. So, regular Smoke Shop audience, and for those curious, T MAERK, T, how you doing, man?
Feel good, man. Shout out to all the fans, all the people that's subscribe to the channel, supporting. Appreciate that. We got more content coming. We got things working on right now, so trust me, it's gonna be a real hot summer.
Yeah, most definitely, though. Most definitely, man. I gotta say, man, T MAERK, he's one of the one of the few people that I can say I trust 100%. You know what I'm saying? I can say I ride with 100% on whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the few people I can say that about, and actually mean it. T, tell the people where you from, man. You know what I mean? Tell the people where you from. Tell them how you grew up, man.
I am from Thomasville, Alabama. If anybody don't know where that's at, that's on Highway 43. You can see that in between, basically in the middle of Montgomery, Mobile. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of like it just sitting a drop. But grew up there with my grandmother at her house. My mom stayed with my grandmother, and they raised me, and like I said, had two G's next door, had two uncles next door. So if I needed that G talk from an older man perspective, you know what I'm saying, grown man perspective, and like I said, I just kept going with it. You know, didn't have a whole lot growing up, so I always say, hey, just because you came in that way, don't mean you have to leave that way. So it's up to you what you make of yourself in this world. And if somebody keep telling you no to something positive, it's got to be something to it. So I always keep that in mind.
But T, tell me, right? Who raised you? Who was you raised by?
I was raised by my grandmother and my mother. It was my grandmother's house, and my mom stayed with my grandmother.
And this is all in Alabama?
All in Alabama.
What city?
Thomasville, Alabama.
Thomasville, Alabama. Man, how was Thomasville? Describe Thomasville, Alabama for a grandmother and a mother to be raising kids in Thomasville, Alabama. What was that like?
I'm going to just put it to you like this right here. They did with good what they had. With anything in life, if you don't have the resources, that other people have, then, I guess you're limited to certain things for us materialistic wise, but for us the values of raising, how to treat people with respect and respect and love, not liking fun, but respect and love, covered from all the way from A to Z. The knowledge part of it, we talked about this one time before. Hey, what you leave somebody? The money, the house. What you leave them? I can only say, hey, they left me with the knowledge. I have to stand up on my own too in this world. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, you went to school there, right? You went to school in Thomasville?
I went to school in Cofferville. My mom went to school.
So wait, you lived in Thomasville, but you went to Ville over in there. You went to school over there.
Mm-hmm.
How was school? How was high school for T Mark and
It was cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause see, when you start getting to high school, especially when you started, the people that you started kindergarten and first and seventh grade with, most of those people when I got to high school, they were still in my same class for the most part. So you started seeing different characteristics. You know what I'm saying? Out of people like or they transitioning for just high school and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Or they transition from high school going to the next step. To do something. You know what I'm saying? You start seeing, and you start seeing people that were slacking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
so did you grow? Did you have any friends you grew up with? You know what I'm saying? Like any friends you grew up with? Um, did they take similar paths you took in life, or they went the opposite, or you didn't have any friends when you grew up? Growing up?
I think I had friends, but I put it to you like this right here. I had friends, I had loved ones, but there was never at one time that I could say, "Hey, man, I think one of you, I think one of my dogs be in the foxhole with me with a fight." You know what I'm saying? I put it to you like this. I said about you. You know what I'm saying? Um, no disrespect to none of them. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. It is what it is.
it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me this: you play sports, right?
Yeah. I play football, basketball, ran track a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, ran track a couple times.
Yeah.
I was pretty good at track. I think I had got a silver state medal in the 2 mile relay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Um, made all county a couple times in football. But surprisingly, you know what I'm saying? I was decent all of them. Surprisingly. If I had because it was it's somebody that basketball and you got that crowd right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just somebody.
Yeah. But tell me this, right? So I want to go back. Describe the two most important women in your life: your mother and your grandmother. Describe them to me. I know. Growing up with my mother and grandmother, how they was. Everybody grew up with a lot of black men. If you talk to them, they'll say they grew up with their mama and their grandmother type of thing.
Yeah.
Their big sister type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
How was your mother and grandmother growing up in Alabama?
Man, that's one of the best times. Like I said, might not I had the materialistic things or, or being rich or anything like that. But like I said, the values they put into you, and like I said, man, those were some of the best times of my life. I tell anybody, it's just right there from a young mustache to around about back to high school. Like I said, when high school came, like damn, you started seeing a whole different lane coming. And before you knew it, you were senior, then you out in the real world. But from then on back, because they was like the perfect compliment. My grandma, she won't go. So like I said, yeah, man, I can't complain at all, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, when you wrong, they'll let you know that you wrong. You know what I'm saying? And 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 when you doing right, hey, keep going, keep striving for the best. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I can't have not one complaint at all. Not one.
All right. So we're gonna fast forward, right? Woo. One day you decide to move to Atlanta, Georgia. Tell me your thought process of what made you say, you know what, I'm going to Atlanta, Georgia. Tell me your thought process, and also tell me who the first person you spoke to. I'll give you a similar story, right?
Yeah.
I moved to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Well, not I hate saying Atlanta because it's not Atlanta. I moved to Georgia.
Yeah.
Marietta, whatever. And the first person I told was, I can't remember who was the first person I told I was going to leave, but I remember the conversation I had with the person I with my brother when I told him. I'm not sure if he was the first person I told, but I think he was the first person I told in the family. I think he's the first person I told in my family, but I told other people, but I just remember when I told him how he responded. You told, and what was you thinking?
The first person I told was my roommate. And I was like, the growth of the place we were staying at the time. I stayed in Detroit. I stayed in Detroit for about 7 years. I lived in Georgia. And we was in a townhouse right there on University Ave. Right on Troy University. You know, it was Troy State back then. And I just we just sitting there talking, and he like, man, he said, man, we got to go somewhere with some money flowing. And he was thinking the same thing too, like trying to make that move. And he went to Huntsville because he had some family out there, and then I came over here, and we still stay in contact today. Yeah, and, he doing good, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, you work on a job for a whole year, then they turn around and just give you 20, 25 cents. I'm gonna work for this every year. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So no, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's got to be a better way. Yeah, yeah, for real.
And that's when you decided it's time to move.
It's time to move.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Plus some other things that were going on, but that right there, major. Like, nah, man, there ain't no growth. Ain't no growth.
So when you made that move, was it easy to make that transition, or was it difficult?
In the end, I can say it was easy because it was just me. I mean, I ain't have to worry about this move. We already me and roommate. We already had talked about it, and I told him, I said, I think when I left, I think I was still on the lease for about 4 or 5 months. Made sure he had that till the lease ran out, and then by that time, I was getting my own apartment up here. So I mean, it wasn't really no big thing. Just saying like, hey, I'm finna go. Biggest thing is, hey, get your mindset and go ahead and do it. Like, hey man, I'm finna go. Those girls got like, man, T for the leave, man. Man, for real, man. Because I didn't get over excited when I just told him. I said, you know what, dog? I said, man, I love y'all, but I'm finna go to the GA, man. I told him, I said, shit, we gonna kick it, have a barbecue, woo woo. And I told him, I said, shit, I'm gonna be on that. I was like, no, man. Even the day we had a little get together, they still didn't believe it. I done got up the next morning and left. Roommate said, They go a couple guys that pulled up. Man, T gone, man. He like, yeah. Man, he was for real. Like I just sat there and told you, like, nah, that's it. That's it. That's it.
So look, chapters in my life titles.
Yeah.
So we look at so far what we spoke about, right? What would you title the chapter in your life where you was going to school, coming home to your mom and your grandma, and you was getting up going to school, coming home, getting up going to school, coming home, dealing with high school and dealing with the regular streets of Thomasville, Alabama, and doing your thing? What would you title that part of your life, that chapter of your life? If you could give that a title, what would it be?
I was at that time, because I never dealt with anybody in the streets when I was talking with. You know what I'm saying? When I got to high school, I was at the sports all the time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I kicked it with some guys that was, but I never was like around like all the time. Like, oh man, you riding up down this. You know what I'm saying? I never was really um, into it. Around some people, yeah, but into it, no. Now, when I was staying in Troy for a period of time, I was like kind of into it, but not in Thomasville. You know what I'm saying? So that part was well, shit was cool.
So what would you title?
Say that,
After you title it, I'm gonna tell you what I'm trying to do.
yeah. So, I would title that part.
First thing that comes to your mind.
I would say for me at the time, with me, my mom, my grandma, I'm seeing that next wave come up, and I'm seeing like a transition to be on my own. So like at that time, that's what I'm looking at. Hey, I'm gonna be on my own. I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Being on my own, I can say at that time that's what I was looking at. This what it's
So that's the title.
yeah,
Being alone.
being on my own.
All right. So basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm going to ask you to title every chapter of your life, all to this moment. And just it's interesting to see how those titles are so different from each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want to tell you, purposely make them different from each other, but just how your life transitions into different steps, growing up, coming up as a black man in America. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've done that with myself, and it's like, yeah, that's crazy.
Because even get my first job, being to work on time. This is your lunch break. You got 30 minutes, 15-minute break. This everything I learned after that. You know what I'm saying? And even just come back to some of the basic things that they were saying, like, hey, no matter what you get, you still got to keep working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You still got to keep working. So, far as me, some of them decisions was, hey, I gotta cut some people, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't trying to put in the work. But when the bad come in, they won't be right there to count the money. So, had to cut some people on that.
Yeah, that's how that be, man. That's how that be, bro. So look, you get here, you get to Atlanta, Georgia, right? That's where we at right now. We're not Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
And you get your job, been in the city. What is like your thought process? You know what I'm saying? You making you afloat now. You afloat. You making money. You know what I'm saying? You doing your thing. You moving around how you can move around. Maybe you got your car. You in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? You popping out. You know what I'm saying? You making a little money. You chilling. You not back home. You surviving. What is that? What was that feeling like? And if you can give that a title, at the time when you felt the most comfortable, think about that. The time when you felt the most comfortable.
I tell you what, it felt good to it felt good to say, hey, you know what, this gonna be let me transition, man. Let me see see what was going on. You know what I'm saying? But when I first got my first apartment, and then and I got me a white Acura. And I was riding. I just riding through the city. I'm just looking at stuff, and I'm seeing these big buildings. I'm seeing all these people moving. Perimeter Mall. People riding in Bentleys. And came back in my mind. I gotta keep working. It ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? It ain't enough. Ain't enough. I'm talking about just it was just it's the A has a different feel to it. GA got a different feel to it. You know what I'm saying? And I just see, I say, and once you learn your way around, and you know what I'm saying, and learn the spots and network
From Georgia, right? It's different. It's a lot of different. Man, it's so many different type of people, personalities, characters in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, I learned some in life. Period. You know what I'm saying? But
like, I knew you didn't run into some crazy characters, bro. Like, yo, what's going on?
I would say this right here. The women out here in Atlanta, they cool, man. They cool. They got their own vibe. They do their thing. They got their own style. I like that demeanor. But some of the dudes I done came across, they want somebody to like them. You know what I'm saying?
You want motherfuckers to like them. Like, why? What's up?
If the female ain't coming across, you know what I'm saying, like that, why are you
worried about talking to me, man?
Yeah.
What's going on,
Yeah.
bro?
You know what I'm saying? I said, okay then, all right. Don't get cut right out the picture.
Yeah. Hey, I remember I was talking to you a while ago. We was talking about who we was talking about swinger clubs.
Yeah.
And I remember you said some funny shit to me, dog, and I was dying. Like, exactly how I went. Something funny. I was looking at Instagram and I was like, oh damn, they got swinger clubs in Atlanta. And you said something like, I didn't even remember. Do you remember a story about that? Do you remember that?
I remember you bringing it. up. And
it was.
I know what it was. I know what it was. One of my coworkers.
Yeah.
One of my coworkers. He was going. He seen. He said he was from Buffalo.
Uh-huh.
He was from Buffalo, so he down here in Atlanta, trying to find where to hang around it. And he said, just what happened. Like damn. I'm in here in one of these, you know what I'm saying? One of these clubs, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, he said the guy came back and said, did he want to dance? And he was like, man, hell no. He said, man, I got to heal up out here.
You remember the name of that place, man?
It might not be
might not be around no more.
It might be around no more. But see, I think that was downtown when they had was the Club Visions, and it was another club.
We just seen a Visions club right around.
Club Visions?
Yeah. Might not have been what you talking about, but it definitely was one out
there. It was two clubs right there together. But I think they knocked them down and built some apartments over there.
Probably, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. because what's the name had just came out, and then I want to say it was Club Visions, because what's the name had just came out. Just how long it been ago.
Yeah.
This was when Slim Thug.
Yeah.
Slim Thug had just came out.
But tell me this though, T. You was moving around the streets. You wasn't in the streets, but you was in Atlanta, Georgia. You was moving around. You got to get to one place to another. You working at warehouses. You working in stores. You meeting people. You know what I'm saying? What was the drug of choice in that time in Atlanta? I wasn't here at that time in Atlanta. The music was different. I think at that time niggas was snapping and shit. Like
yeah. At that time, you rock with.
Yeah.
I was still say marijuana was the more thing then, but the syrup, you know, people had start doing the syrup.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna say the most popular was
Well, look, when you got down here, was it anything other than weed you indulged still in there?
No.
I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, nah, cool. But I was looking at it like,